Today, we dive into a major development for the Tampa Bay Rays. Reports from The Athletic reveal that Rays owner Stu Sternberg is under pressure from MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred and other team owners to sell his franchise. This pressure comes as Sternberg has been struggling for nearly 2 decades to secure a new stadium for the Rays. After Hurricane Milton destroyed Tropicana Field last year, local officials in St. Petersburg and Sternberg himself have been working on a $1.3 billion proposal for a new home. However, funding disputes have thrown the plan into uncertainty, with a March 31st deadline looming over several key aspects of the project. While a sale isn't imminent, multiple groups, including the family of Edward DeBartolo Jr., are reportedly interested in purchasing the team. The Rays, which entered MLB in 1998 and were last valued at around $1.25 billion by Forbes, are one of the lower-valued franchises in the league compared to giants like the Yankees. Valued at over $7.5 billion, MLB, however, is keen on keeping the franchise in the Tampa Bay market, viewing the region as vital and even as a potential expansion city. With the possibility of the stadium deal falling apart, the pressure on Sternberg will only intensify. Both MLB and Sternberg have yet to comment on these reports, leaving fans and analysts to wonder, will the Rays eventually change hands? Or can Sternberg secure a new stadium and keep the team in Tampa Bay? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we dive into a hot topic in the MLB trade market. Recent reports have revealed that Nolan Arenado, the 10-time Gold Glove Award winner, has added the New York Mets to his list of preferred landing spots. Despite this surprising development, there are significant reasons why a trade for Arenado with the Mets seems unlikely. The Mets have been busy this offseason, landing star free agents like Juan Soto and Pete Alonso, and even re-signing key players such as Sean Manaea. Their current infield is already stacked, with Mark Vientos holding down third base, even if his defensive numbers have been a concern, and the team's focus is clearly shifting towards bolstering their starting pitching. Arenado, now 33, is undoubtedly a top-tier defender and a proven offensive force. However, his recent production has dipped. He hit only 16 home runs last season and posted a modest 102 WRC+. Moreover, he is under contract for 3 years at $74 million, a hefty price tag that the Mets simply cannot afford given their current payroll strategy. With Mets owner Steve Cohen and front office prioritizing roster flexibility and youth, locking up an aging veteran with a long-term deal would run counter to their long-term vision. While a change of scenery could potentially help Arenado regain his form, the financial and roster implications for the Mets make this move a risky proposition. Instead, the Mets are focusing on areas of need, particularly on starting pitching, rather than adding another infielder. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we dive into the critical reactions from Yankees pitchers as they face the very real possibility of losing ace Gerrit for an extended period. With Cole currently awaiting the results of a crucial MRI on his pitching elbow and the looming threat of needing Tommy John surgery, which could be season-ending, the entire Yankees rotation is bracing for impact. Veteran pitcher Clarke Schmidt summed it up, "There's no way to sugarcoat it. He's a top-of-the-league guy and an ace. He'll be missed if it's something longer-term." Schmidt's confidence, however, is rooted in past experience. He recalled how the rotation rallied in the first half last season when Cole was sidelined. Rising prospect Will Warren, who has been sharpening his mechanics and command this spring, sees the situation as a bittersweet opportunity. The situation sucks, losing the Rookie of the Year and then Gerrit, who's done it well for so long, Warren said, adding that this could be his chance to step into a starting role sooner than expected. With Luis Gil already expected to be out for at least 3 months due to a high-grade lat strain, the pressure is mounting on the remaining arms. The team might even lean more heavily on Marcus Stroman, once considered a trade chip, if necessary. Manager Aaron Boone has stressed that while the situation is far from ideal, the Yankees are working hard to maximize their depth. The coming weeks will be crucial as the staff navigates these injuries and adjusts their rotation plans. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we take a hard look at a looming crisis for the New York Yankees as they prepare for the 2025 season. losing key starters like Gerrit or last year's Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil, would be catastrophic. Gil is already expected to be sidelined for at least 3 months with a high-grade lat strain. And if Cole's recent MRI results don't come back favorably, the situation could worsen significantly. Remember, the Yankees also lost Juan Soto to the Mets this winter, forcing them to make a series of bold moves to fill that void. They attempted to counterbalance the loss with an 8-year, $218 million deal for starting pitcher Max Fried and traded away Nestor Cortes as part of the Devin Williams deal. Despite these efforts, the front office now faces a rotation that could end up looking like Fried, Clark Schmidt, Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman, whom they're likely happy to keep, and a promising young arm such as Will Warren or even non-roster invitee Carlos Carrasco. This is far from the ideal situation for a team that started spring training with high expectations and a chip on its shoulder. The uncertainty over Cole's return is especially troubling, as his presence is critical to the rotation's success. With championship aspirations on the line, the Yankees management must quickly resolve these issues to avoid a potentially disastrous season. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we dive into the unsettling news regarding Yankees ace Gerrit Cole. Following a rough spring training outing, Cole experienced discomfort in his pitching elbow, prompting an MRI last Friday. While there's no definitive news yet, Yankees GM Brian Cashman wasn't holding back. "I'm prepared for the worst. We will see how it plays out. I'm always wired to think the worst and hope for the best." Cole himself admitted he's concerned, and is now waiting for expert opinions on his condition, though he still holds on to a glimmer of hope. In his most recent spring appearance, Cole allowed 6 earned runs on 5 hits and 2 home runs in just 2.2 innings. A stark contrast to his previous strong performances. Cashman explained that although there was promising stuff during the game, the increasing soreness after returning home signaled that something wasn't right. This isn't the first time Cole has faced such setbacks. Last season, he was sidelined with nerve inflammation and didn't make his season debut until mid-June. Cashman recalled how emotional the recovery process was last year, but added that this time, the team is better prepared. He's already had a lot of conversations and has lived through this before. Cashman said, "This is more about determining the best route for his recovery. With the Yankees' championship aspirations on the line, every day counts as they await the MRI results." The uncertainty surrounding Cole's return leaves fans and the organization on edge as they brace for the possibility of losing their ace for an extended period. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we bring you a critical update from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Star pitcher Michael Grove is out for the season after undergoing surgery to repair his right labrum. Grove, 28, who previously had Tommy John surgery in 2017, has been struggling with a lingering shoulder issue that forced him out after his rough appearance in the division series against the Padres. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts explained, "It's been a shoulder issue that's been bothering him for I don't know how far back," adding that despite attempts to pitch through the pain, the recovery simply wasn't progressing as hoped. Roberts noted that Grove tried to push through it, but ultimately, the team decided that surgery was necessary, even though it's a season-ending procedure. Grove, who had been bidding for a bullpen role last year and posted a 5.12 ERA in 51 innings, is now on a 1-year deal at the major league minimum. In contrast, left-hander Blake Snell is showing encouraging signs of improvement with his new team. In a recent spring training outing, Snell tossed 67 pitches over 3 2/3 innings, striking out 5 and walking 1 while hitting 97 miles per hour on his fastball. "I'm happy with that," he said, acknowledging a brief loss of feel before regaining his rhythm. Snell's progress is a welcome boost as he prepares for his next appearance in one of the Dodgers' spring training exhibitions in Japan next weekend. Manager Roberts also mentioned scheduling adjustments, noting that while Mookie Betts gets a day off before the team's departure, most of the regular rotation will see action. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Today, we bring you an important update from the New York Mets. Catcher Francisco Alvarez suffered a fractured hamate bone in his left hand during live at-bats on Saturday. After his second at-bat, he felt something was off, and trainers quickly sent him for X-rays, which confirmed the injury. Mets manager Carlos Mendoza announced on Sunday morning that Alvarez will undergo surgery tomorrow and is expected to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. President of Baseball Operations David Stearns later confirmed that while they hope for a return around the 8-week mark, given that it's his receiving hand, the longer end of the estimate is more realistic. This is another tough luck setback for the 23-year-old, who had been showcasing a new batting stance this spring, going 5 for 22 with 2 RBIs and a run, posting an impressive .597 OPS. It's worth noting that Alvarez previously suffered a torn UCL in his left thumb last April, which sidelined him for about 7.5 weeks. With Alvarez out, the Mets are set to elevate Luis Torrens to the starting catcher role. For the backup catcher spot, in-house options like Hayden Senger and Jackson Reitz will be considered, while prospects such as former first-round pick Kevin Parada and Chris Williams remain on the radar despite not being on the 40-man roster. In additional roster moves, the Mets have optioned RHP Justin Hagenman, RHP Kevin Herget, RHP Austin Warren, and INF Jared Young to AAA Syracuse. Meanwhile, RHP Rico Garcia, RHP Grant Hartwig, RHP Yaxel Rios, and LHP Brandon Waddell have been reassigned to minor league camp. Currently, the Mets have 49 players remaining in Major League camp as they navigate these injuries and prepare for the season. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.